All right, folks, we have Cade Stover over here for about 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Cade, for any athlete at a high level, how much is a previous loss or some kind of revenge a motivating factor? How do you handle that both through the course of a year and on a game day when you lost to a team the year before?
Just every loss you take always means you hold on to that until you can win the next game. So you carry that wherever you go and you hopefully bring it in the next game.
How much have you thought about that loss in the last year?
I mean, we think about it. I mean, any kind of loss, it hurts you. So when you think about it, it sticks with you and stings. So I mean, just trying to get a taste of it.
How impressed are you the way this team has rebounded from that? Obviously, y'all haven't lost since then, including the Rose Bowl, et cetera. But what do you see about this team that's different compared to this time a year ago, Cade?
We got a good, tight-knit group of guys with us here. Just overall feeling in this locker room, people we got around us, we got a really good group of guys. Like I said just a second ago, that's really what it comes down to. We got around you, and we got the right people around us.
How much did some of the people who were involved in that game last year, from a coaching standpoint, calling out you guys for not being as physical? They knew they could get after you guys, et cetera. How much motivation did that serve for you fellas?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Cade, as a kid who grew up watching the rivalry and around the rivalry, did you really even understand it until you got into a game like that and felt the difference in the way that the hitting is, the way the intensity is? I mean, every game's intense, but that one obviously is different. Were you guys ready for that?
Yeah, I mean, we're growing up in the state helps as far as understanding the rivalry. I mean, it's the greatest rivalry in all the sports. So when you come here, it's heightened even more, greater magnitude at that point. So yeah, we'll be ready.
Cade, you've gotten close to CJ over the years. Just as you see him going into this game, what do you get from his mentality and how he's approaching this as a quarterback who certainly wants to beat Michigan before he leaves?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great, hard-working, focused guy. I mean, that's what he's going to take into this week with him here, and we'll be ready.
Cade, what's it been like living with the loss for the last year?
I mean, nobody wants to live with a loss. It sucked. So, I mean, we're trying to get a taste of it now.
Cade, you lived with Tommy plenty against two messed up hands. What did you want to say about how he's endured this toughness? What do you think of this team?
It's a tough kid. Tough kid, my best friend. So, I mean, I'm all the credit in the world to that guy. Stand beside him until I'm done playing.
You play defense, obviously. How hard is it to play with neither of your hands?
He's good. He's always healthy. Tommy. We got to worry about that.
Have you had to help him around the house more, like open things for him, or?
No, you got it. You got it.
Okay.
Cade, what stands out to you when you watch Michigan's defense on film?
Good team, long, athletic. Just a good overall team and be a good test for us.
Hey, you brought up Tommy Eichenberger. Somebody did. Steele's the same way. These two guys, compared to this time a year ago, what do you see that's really different about the way they're playing, et cetera, here now, almost a full season into the Jim Knowles defense? What have you noticed that's different about them?
Just good, confident, quick, no hesitation. See it, read, and go get it. And
Yeah.
That's good. That's why you got to play defense instinctual and without any restraints on it.
Have y'all talked about that? I mean, sometimes when you got a little free time, I mean, about,
No, we try and keep it.
I don't mean about X's and O's, but just about the difference, you know what I mean?
When we were all on defense, we did a little bit, just trying to feel things out how it was going to be. But I mean, we try and keep it. We got plenty of other stuff to talk about. We can talk about that here.
Like Braveheart?
Yeah.
Cade, when the idea of Ohio State's toughness is brought up at all, how does that make you feel? Do you have a visceral reaction to that at all?
To be honest with you, I really can give a shit what anyone else says about our toughness. I know what we got here, what we got going on with us, and I mean, what else people say outside this program, it doesn't matter. So we know what we got, we know what we pride ourselves on. That's what we're trying to do.
Can you describe how you think toughness factors into any football team being a great team? How important is toughness in that equation?
It's mentality game's got to be played. It's how this game's had to be played for hundreds of years now. And if you don't have that, you're lacking the most important piece.
What define toughness for me though, from a football standpoint? What tells you a player is tough? A football player is tough. I mean, like I just asked Ryan Day, you guys had to win 3 games or so in the fourth quarter this year. That's a sign of toughness also, right? Of being in it to the finish. I mean, what defines toughness in your mind?
Good question. In my mind, you can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
So you can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it, you can tell by someone by listening that walks around that we either about it or not about it. That's how I know.
You said you didn't care about what people are saying from the outside about the toughness, but what were you guys saying inside about your toughness coming out of that game last year? And was it kind of a soul-searching moment for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, after every loss, I mean, there's always, you're trying to find why it happened, the reason why it happened, and what to do to fix it. So that's what we kind of did, kind of rallied around, found weak points, tried to hone in on that in the offseason.
Cade, you'll have an NFL decision to make after the season. Have you thought at all about this could possibly be your last home game?
No, I haven't thought, I mean, that's the last thing I'm thinking about right now. So.
Kid, how is
Everybody's
Tommy
talking
holding
about-
the euchre cards with 2 broken hands?
What's that?
How's Tommy holding euchre cards with 2 broken hands?
Steele's got a shuffle for him. So.
Everybody's talking about toughness with the players. What about the coaches? Have you noticed, has Coach Day, have the expectations been higher? Was Mickey tougher on you guys during the offseason than the year before? Like, players, it's not just a players thing.
Everybody. It's everybody around the joint, the custodians, the managers. If we're going to buy into something, everybody buys into it this place, and that's how it's got to be. If you want a culture change, or you want a culture change, or a culture boost, in that matter. And that's kind of what happened here.
Was it physically tougher?
Yeah. I mean,
Emotionally also?
Yeah, it's always tough. Off season's tough. Winter training's tough. Summer training's tough. Summer runs are tough. Yeah, and just heightened to a point where it helped us break us down, break up.
As you sit here right now, when you had a couple of pretty good games catching the football, how long can this last? You know what I mean? With tight ends in the past, you know what I mean? But now evolved into an integral part of the passing game, other than pass pro. What has that meant to you, Cade? Have you kind of, I don't know, proven a point, or what has it meant to you to be looked at in that regard of both a good blocker, but also an integral part of catching the ball?
It means a lot. Just super big blessing just to be able to be a part of it. Going in with all the great talent we got around here. So, but I just look at it like you take it day by day. As long as you win a game, it really doesn't matter what you're catching, what you're doing. Do what you got to do to win that game.
Yeah, but you look at any kind of big time game anymore. I mean, NFL, whatever. A lot of times it's the tight end makes the big catch, or a couple of big catches which make a difference. Do you sense that too? That just could come down to a catch by you on Saturday. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you think about that ever since you were a kid. You play in the backyard. That's always came to put yourself in a scenario, whether it's the last shot of basketball, you're in the sport with the light on underneath it. You're shooting the same shot 27 times, thinking in your mind you're counting down to 5, 4, you know what I mean? You put yourself in a situation to where if it does prevail itself, to where you're ready to go.
How much has CJ being willing to run the last several games helped this offense, in your opinion?
Like I said, I mean, he's very talented, very athletic, gifted, smart guy. I mean, the ball in his hands is always a safe place.
The 30 catch milestone, you're the first Ohio State tight end to pass it in 19 years. I'm sure you've heard a lot about this. Is that, I know you're a team first guy. Does that mean anything to you, passing the 30 catch milestone?
I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure you guys are the ones that I catch about 10 of them, but I guess it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, it's all right. It's just what, I mean, it's just the way it shaked out now, and we can be built on.
But we've seen a lot of starry-eyed tight ends, go into a season thinking they're going to get those catches, and they didn't. What do you think you proved in the receiving game to make you valuable up to this point?
I don't know.
Is it the run after the catch? I mean, go ahead.
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not the right guy to ask about that.
Yeah.
Is there an NFL tight end you kind of model yourself after? Is it a combination of guys like Kelsey,
Jeremy Shockey.
Shockey?
Yeah, I love Jeremy Shockey. I love Gronkowski. Those are the two. I watched a little bit of Mark Andrews.
Kate, I'm sorry to ask about this, but given that you're from Ohio and you
grew up watching this rivalry for most of your life. Ohio State has dominated this. Did you take it any more personal coming off of last year's loss? And how have you seen your teammates kind of respond throughout the offseason? Yeah, you lose a football game, it hits home. Especially in a place like this, you lose a football game, you lose a big one like you did last year. It hits home. You just try and, you basically just try and hone in on what I said earlier. And, as far as the points and weak points and whatnot, grow on those and be ready for next year.
Your redshirt year, what do you remember about the game? Obviously, it worked out very well for you guys. What do you remember your redshirt year in 2018?
I think I traveled. I think I was sitting on my couch at home with my parents.
Oh,
that game was.
Are you still in high school?
No, I was still in high school.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, you were.
Oh, that's right. It was so long ago. You're still in high school. My fault.
No, you did.
19 was your first year. My fault.
Y'all got robbed of 20, right? Of having them here.
Yeah, we didn't play.
How much of a hole did that leave with that team of not getting to play that game? Not that anybody's to blame, but what
Right.
did it feel like? Almost unfulfilled season in some respects, although y'all did play for a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, just weird. That whole year was just weird. The way things shook out, the way you walk in here one day and then walk back out 20 minutes later because there's too many positive cases. So it's just weird. Just kind of one of the years you kind of put behind it.
A lot of people saw this game coming months ago, that it could be 2 versus 3 or 1 versus 2, undefeated and stuff. Did you kind of get a sense that this collision was going to happen this year, Cade? I mean, as a player, did you kind of keep up with what they were doing, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, yeah. But then again, up to this point, we're still got 11 other teams to go play, so that's still focus on that. Just the way kind of things happen to play out here when we both undefeated playing the game.
But what's so